All right, and it is streaming. Awesome. Close that for now. And it is now 6 o'clock. All right, call the meeting to order. Roll call, Joe Bachman here, Morgan McCabe,
Here.
Tony Martin,
Here.
Trilliana Bachman,
Here.
and Dave Anderson is not here. And, I didn't, for the minutes, I just left that blank. Do I have a motion to approve the January meeting minutes?
I will make that motion to approve the January meeting minutes.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries. No ordinance, old business. Anything we need to talk about for the 55th anniversary this month? Or just keep it tabled? Okay.
In progress.
Easter 2025. Trey, there's something you wanted to suggest.
So I had a thought for the ADA hunt. If we could put a poll up on our Facebook page and see what they want. Maybe see if any of the family members that are helping them, or if the kids themselves had a thought of if they want to continue being at the back of the group, or if they want to move to where they're at, because we are getting some engagement on the page. So
Cool.
it'd be nice if we could hear back what they want.
I think that's a grand idea.
So we were talking about that a little bit before you guys got here. So I kind of have a poll typed up already.
Mhm.
Just haven't submitted it yet. Basically says Easter egg hunt 2025. We want to try and make the Easter egg hunt more ADA friendly than it has been in the past. What options below do you think would work best? I put option 1 is use the south parking lot, like we had talked about. Option 2 is section off a corner of the main parking lot.
Mhm.
Option 3 right now is keep it as is. And then they should be able to add their own, like if there's another
Mhm.
suggestion, they could.
Yeah,
You should describe what as is.
yeah.
You might lead off with, currently what we do is almost nothing.
Put
Well,
them at the,
Well, they just have been having to roll out in the grass.
Yeah.
yeah, well, we
And,
put them
and yeah,
towards
so.
the back, so they're a little bit closer to the eggs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Problem is with polls, it only gives you 200 characters to.
Be very concise.
Yeah,
For the question, and I'm at 161 characters. So, but that's something we can, if you guys can think of a way to word that in 200 characters or less.
If you could send that,
Yeah.
I'll take a look at it.
How does that appear? This is Facebook?
Yes.
group?
Mhm.
Yes.
So does it appear as its own post, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
And that's where you have the 200 words.
Yeah. So it's basically this top section here where it allows you to type in the question.
Gotcha.
That's where you have the 200.
okay.
The answers section, it doesn't show a limit, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's going to cut off, like, especially if they're on mobile, like if it's only going to show
A portion
a
of the
portion
question.
of
Yeah.
the answer compared to if they look at it on the desktop or a large
Right.
tablet
Right.
Yeah, I think it
So-
only shows like one line.
on mobile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just,
and that depends on how big the phone actually is.
yeah, we might need to include instructions to do on a, not a mobile device.
Okay.
Or we could put it on the town.
Yeah.
Or
I
make
could
a
do-
separate post and say, here's what the options are.
That's what I was thinking. If you do a
Yeah.
precursor post and then the poll right after it.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
There
Where
we
we can
go.
explain more in depth. Here's what we do, whatever. And down below, you'll see a poll. Please take our poll.
yeah,
That's kind of what I was wondering if we could then.
Oh, and actually, it does do that.
Does
It allows me to add more up top.
oh, okay.
Oh,
So
well then.
yeah. So okay. So I can work something up with that then. Cool.
Okay,
And I don't think there's anything else we need to cover for that. Rummage in the park, I think we can probably keep tabled for now. Um, did I know I sent a ton of stuff through the group chat the other day.
Did you?
Well, there was the Easter egg hunt flyers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
you
I
sent-
thought there was something.
There was the Sunbelt
yeah.
rentals.
Oh no, I think yeah, okay, yeah. I was working on a flyer. I emailed that one. I was working on like a rough draft of a flyer for the 55th
Mhm.
anniversary. That's what I'm thinking of.
And the Easter flyer, you sent that also.
Yeah.
Yeah, which that's
Yeah.
already been posted. The Easter flyer's already been
Yeah,
posted
saw
to
that it was
Facebook.
posted.
Mhm.
Good job.
So, so yeah, we'll just keep this tabled for now. I don't think there's anything we really need to talk about there. And then Legacy Foundation Grant Station membership. Tammy is going to get us signed up for that. We did with all the year-end stuff that was going on and the issues that were going on with just trying to get W-2s and 1099s out. She just ran out of time.
Hmm.
So
Understandable.
yeah, and she was kind of freaking out about it. I told her, I said, "Don't worry, it happens. It's only $40 more. It's still a great deal."
Mhm.
Compared to, yeah.
Yeah,
Compared-
$500 and some dollars that
Right.
it costs to
Right.
have a membership for 1 year.
Yeah,
Otherwise, so when going through the Legacy Foundation is the way to do it.
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And I missed that last year. I think they made the same offer.
Mhm.
And I think we were in such dismay over our reduced budget last year that I didn't even bother mentioning
Yeah.
it.
So yeah, no, she's going to get us signed up for that, and we'll be good to go there.
Mhm.
New business. So storage container. We're still waiting on ground to thaw enough to
Right.
be able to do anything with that. I'm hoping. I'm going to shoot for March with this. I'm hoping that the
Storage
ground.
container.
Yeah, I'm hoping the ground, at least, the ground has thawed some by like
Mhm.
mid-March to where we can get Robert out there,
And level
level it,
and put the
and
cinders, what do you call it? Not cinders.
What are they going to put out there? The crushed gravel stuff.
yeah, the
Yeah.
asphalt millings.
Yeah.
Millings.
Yeah.
I was going to say findings. I knew that wasn't right. Millings.
So I'm guessing, hopefully mid-March we can get him out there, get that leveled, get the millings in, and
Then we can empty the snack shack.
yep.
Yep.
So, let's write this down before I forget, so I don't have to go back and watch this video later, to try and remember some of the stuff. So new snack shack. I imagine the price is probably going to change a little bit since we're in a new year.
So
But
yeah, we just need to sit down and start looking at all that again.
Yeah.
Because we were going with not the people in Valpo, but someone else.
yeah,
No. Boots, through Boots,
it
right?
was a gentleman named Kenny.
Yeah, the boots
Um,
guy.
And I think his quote, if I remember correctly from back then, came in around the same amount as what I was looking at with, everything and us trying to like drywall it ourselves
Mhm,
and
mhm.
everything else. So it was right within like $1,000 I want to say.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll need to get in touch with him. I think maybe invite him to one of the Parks Board meetings so that we can actually sit down all together and,
Or do some other kind of meeting with him. I think meeting,
Yeah.
it doesn't need to be a Parks Board meeting as far as I know, unless you want to invite public opinion.
mm,
I think, if we could sit for lunch somewhere with him and whatever works with all of our schedules.
yeah,
So,
Hmm.
because I think there's some design elements I want to see, because I got confused. I have to go back and look at all that, because there were some additions to he's building onto one of the ones from
yeah,
Valparaiso, same company. He's just doing the mods himself. as
Right.
opposed to us having to go later. And there were some things that we wanted to look at on that, like skylights and other windows,
mhm,
and investigate that before,
Yeah.
the door arrangements and all that.
yeah.
9 million outlets.
Yeah, I think actually sitting down with him on that and,
Making sure he understands what we're asking for before he starts quoting us,
yeah,
Hmm.
so,
because we're kind of asking for some specialized stuff.
yeah. I think the best time to do that might be around the same time, like mid-March, maybe, mid-March, end of March, to try and sit down with him.
Mhm.
Because hopefully then prices won't, prices are gonna fluctuate.
Yeah.
But that way he has a chance to, actually sit down and figure out everything.
Mhm.
Okay.
Because my main concern is with a lot of the tariffs going into effect, that it's going
It's
to.
going to disrupt the trade
Lumber pricing.
and
Yeah.
lumber prices.
People
and
are
so
gonna
on.
go a
Right.
little
Yeah.
crazy and,
Although they
The
seem
supply
to-
chain is going to get
back
all
off.
messed up again.
uh-huh.
It's not that the supply chain is going to get messed up. It's just the price is going
The
to
pricing's going to be-
possibly skyrocket or
Yeah.
fluctuate more. You
Yeah.
know,
It might
Well, they
even
are
out by
saying that
then.
it will disrupt the supply chains.
really.
Yeah.
Oh. So yeah, I think
Just like it did the first time around during COVID.
right, but we didn't do tariffs then. That was COVID.
We did
but-
with China.
Trump did tariffs the first time. too.
Yeah,
was
he
doing
did
tariffs.
China.
Oh,
He
And
did-
that contributed to the, but it all happened during that pandemic
Yeah.
period of time.
gotcha.
Yeah, Trump did tariffs then, and actually Biden continued them.
Mhm.
Now they're going to be different.
All right, so we'll table this till March.
Hmm?
Lunch and learn update.
I have not heard back from Nick.
Okay.
I did reach out. So, who knows? I imagine that if he has the money, that he's going to want to do it. But if he has not received the funding for this year, it's probably a question as to whether they will or not.
Yeah.
Given the state of things right now.
Okay.
So, I also don't know how this is going to affect a lot of our providers who were not-for-profits,
Right.
who may be, on facing, internal issues because they can't, their money's impounded or whatever.
Right.
I think it's going to change the landscape of what we're able to do enormously.
Yeah.
But I don't know that, we can't afford to do the programming without the lunch being provided.
Right.
And I want to still try and submit a grant for Legacy, but I have to have confirmation of partnership with Nick
Yeah.
before I do that.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that's the update on that.
Okay. Let's see. Seed for area around new swing set.
Yeah, that area needs to be rolled,
Yeah.
Yeah.
leveled, smoothed out. It's a mess right now.
Yeah.
It is just pure mud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost went down the other day. So I think we need to go down and tape that area again, because the
The tape that was up.
Picado is kind of just hanging there and not really indicating its danger zone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think our best bet, because of the amount of traffic and the obliviousness of most people, is to put down the netting
Yeah.
Mhm.
with seed, that's got the grass and mulchy stuff in it
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
It's not a huge area, so it's not going to be terrifically expensive. And we'll want to wait until later.
Yeah.
And if we can time it with the last snowstorm, I
Yeah.
say that's a great time to put seed out.
So June.
Hmm?
So in June. he
So in
said.
June.
June.
Yeah.
How do you know which one's the last one? They don't announce it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you see, when the first one happens, the last one is done.
Yeah. So, yeah, I would say by the end of March, early April, we could probably, when
Yeah.
it starts to warm up, we'll keep an
Yeah.
eye. We'll get a farmer's almanac.
Right.
It will tell us.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think probably do that definitely do it before Easter.
Yeah.
So
Which is
April 19th.
19th this
Yeah.
year.
Well, actual Easter's the 20th, but our hunt is the 19th.
That's the 19th.
Yeah.
And we should make sure that it's done by then and then firmly staked off for the day. so
Yeah, we'll need to
10
stake
million
it
kids don't
because
run
we
through.
don't want,
Yeah.
that area will need to be staked.
So we'll
Staked
we'll list
staked.
that as a mid-March thing also, I think.
Mhm.
I think that'll
We can leave access to the swing area
Yeah.
from the sidewalk.
Sure.
Yeah. Anything else for that?
No,
Okay.
like, that's,
Dumpster lid issue. Looks like I actually went down there today. So I was hoping to try and catch the guy, and he was pulling out as I pulled in. And it was down, so I put
Oh,
it
I
back
saw it
up.
was up when I walked the dog and I was curious as it is.
But it looks like because the issue before was that cord, when they dump it, that cord comes out, that cord was staying out. And when I looked at it, you can see they put a bunch of grease in there. So I think they actually took that mechanism apart and greased it. But I think we need to call them and just flat out tell them, look, you tell us what lock to buy
Mhm.
and we will put it on.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm getting a little tired of playing the guessing game of what size shackle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
There's a
Yeah,
specific lock that
exactly.
works. Tell us, or put one on there and charge us for it.
yeah,
Whatever,
Yeah.
as long as it works.
yeah, put one on there, give us a copy of that key, and either
Yeah.
way. So, you guys want me to call them this week, or you guys want to call, or
I don't mind calling.
all right, I will let you call.
I usually talk to, is it Rebecca? And she's
There's a
always,
nice lady there.
I
yeah,
think
she's
that's her
very
name.
nice.
I've always had good luck with all of them.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I think I've almost only ever, well, even the receptionist will turn me over, where are you? And then it goes to a specific person.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Mulch.
so Betty Jo Diaz is someone that I met from the Marion Theater, Gilding and Whiting. And at a Christmas party, we started talking about New Chicago. And she goes, oh, that's what's her name over there. And I said, I don't know who you mean, what's her name? And she goes, the lady that runs the town, Sue. I sell her mulch. I said, you sell her mulch? Well, we sell mulch to River Forest. So she said, I can get you a great price on mulch. I have not explored that further because I wanted to see how we felt. I can get a price from her, obviously.
Yeah.
Call her and say, but I wanted to see if we could deploy that connection somehow. So that's just it. I just am presenting it as there's another possibility for cheap mulch besides going through Greg Beltman, who did say he could get us mulch for a really good price.
And I think we should get votes from each.
I think
Yeah.
we have quotes
Mhm.
from both of them and go forth. But I think this year we will really have to, and we will need to put down some kind of weed prevention, landscape fabric, and then
Mhm.
substantial mulch because we can't afford the hundreds of thousands of dollars it would cost to put that safety surface.
Yeah,
Right.
as nice as it is.
Yeah, it's
Oh, God.
gorgeous, it's wonderful, but you figure
It's-
that area costs $25,000.
Yeah,
If we were gonna do the
Crazy.
whole big playground.
Yeah.
yeah.
So Betty Jo said she had a variety of different mulches that we could take a look at, so.
Okay.
And again, it's another one of those things that we could possibly piggyback with a purchase that River Forest makes, because generally, if the more you purchase, the better the price.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we could
So
talk
we
with
could-
Steve Bucko and
Yeah, we could see if Steve can get us some inside.
see if they
I
have a-
talked to the guy years ago, when I first came on the board, about the possibility of doing that, but we never had the money to do it. So it was kind of a pointless conversation.
Yeah.
So that's my update on that.
Okay. Last thing under new business, the equipment rental from Sunbelt Rentals that I sent out. That's just basically an idea, like if Robert gets too busy, we would be able to rent something from them. Because I don't want to try and use the front end loader to do that.
It's too big, isn't it?
It's not that it's too, well, for doing the fine work around the
Playground.
playground
Mhm.
area, it might be a little too big. And could it be done? Yes. There's
It would be a pain.
it'd be a pain.
Yeah, because the maneuverability of the size of that thing is
Yeah.
meant for more, brutal
So is it
excavation.
like a mini, one of those mini excavators, kind of like
Yeah,
what
little-
they had out there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little mini excavator.
Yeah, it's a little mini. So the one that I got the quote on,
It said 400. I just looked at it.
yeah,
Or 200 and something plus a delivery makes it
Mhm.
400.
yeah. But it's a little 4-wheel drive, and it's actually got a little scoop, little bucket on the front, and then it's also got the arm scoop,
Mm.
so that
Oh.
we could kind of dig some of that stuff out from
Mhm.
from there. So it's a little. I don't know if you looked at it, dear.
Yeah.
6-foot backhoe.
Yeah.
So I think,
So that's a really good price.
yeah, and
And
that
that's
well,
for a full day, 8 hour?
That's a 1-day rental. They would drop it off. I just set arbitrary dates. I think it was like drop off March 3rd, pick up March 4th.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So, and then we would have to. The only other thing is that the price could be a little different depending on how we do the gas, because it's kind of like renting a car
Yeah.
You could either pay for the gas.
in advance, or you have to make sure you fill it back up to
Hmm.
whatever it was at when you got
We're not gonna use much for that little area.
it. You'd
Yeah.
be surprised.
Oh,
Yeah.
Those,
Would I?
those aren't exactly the most fuel
well,
economic.
They get like what 3 miles a gallon or 3 gallons to the mile, or what is that? 8 gallons?
Well, I think it's 3 miles to the gallon if they're going downhill with the wind.
with a team of horses in front of
Yeah,
it.
that might be diesel, I don't know.
But it's no, there's a reason why a lot of the road construction sites, they actually have fuel deliveries that
Yeah.
come out to those
No
sites.
clue.
Every day.
Well,
Yeah.
it does make sense.
Yeah.
I just don't,
We don't have any experience.
Yeah,
So my concern is we would probably want them to pick it up same day.
well,
So we don't
So
have
the-
to make
so-
sure it doesn't wander overnight.
well,
Graffiti, wandering.
right, and
well, we could
I-
get them to park a squad nearby if it has to be picked up the next day,
right,
So if
Or
he
it
can-
could go in the garage.
or it could go in the
Once- if it
garage.
comes in after we've emptied the
right. Well,
Mm.
we're going to use this before we get the container.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So this is in case
This is a backup. for
Robert George,
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm with you now.
yeah. But it could go into the gated area possibly.
Yeah.
If we,
Yeah, we go in the,
move-
on the north end, it's got the wide,
right. It's
Oh,
like
yeah,
the-
it's a little
the-
wider up there.
Yeah. But as I was going to say, to
Sorry.
your point, the one that the company was using to do the swing set with sat out overnight and it never got touched.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh, that's good.
Or for that matter, we could drive it up to our house, put it in our driveway. And park
I was
the
gonna
car
say,
in front
worst
of it.
comes to worst, we can probably park it at the Public Works in the
right.
gate.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but yeah, that's just I wanted to kind of throw that out there as hey, this is something that we could
Yeah,
do, and it's not all that, not as expensive as I thought.
no.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, and I know Robert gets super, super busy and, you
Yeah.
know, with changing temperatures and
Take
stuff.
it into our own hands and do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we can have a little more autonomy and do it ourselves.
Mhm.
Unless there's somebody out there that wants to give us one.
Is
right.
there any licensing or to operate it, or you can just rent them and
You can
kill
just-
yourself?
Yeah,
Yep.
you can rent them and tip them over and die.
Yep.
That's probably what I would do.
So, but
Oh, I know one other thing that probably relates to some of this stuff is when do we get water turned back on?
whenever we tell them to put the meter back in, which
Yeah.
is
March?
generally
Is it, do we do it before
we do it before Easter.
before
yeah.
Easter?
So
Okay.
it's different every year.
It depends
Right.
on the weather.
Because like
Weather and-
last year Easter was March. I think the hunt was March 25th.
Yeah, it was
Mhm.
weirdly early.
You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it all kind of depends. Like normally I tell them, hey, as soon as you're done reading books for the month, can you slap that in?
Mhm.
So
So it might be right after the beginning of April.
yeah, but we could even do it in March. You know, I would say, let's see what the wacky weather is looking
Mhm.
like.
Right.
Mhm.
You know, but I would like to get it in. I think I would like to get it in March. That way we can get Velocity out there to double check everything.
Mhm.
So and that'll give us time to.
We're going to be busy
Mhm.
in March because we can't well, maybe we can just clear one bathroom for the Easter egg hunt.
Well, I'm hoping we have the container because get those
Mhm.
put those monsters.
Well,
in the
that has about a 10. I think it was a 7 or 10 day lead time for delivery.
we should check that and see if anything's changed.
Yeah.
We should give them a call to say, hey, I know we've reappeared. We are going to do this. Make sure our turnaround time is, they shut down the Panama Canal. Does it slow things down? Can we still get a container?
Yeah.
All right. So mid-March for meter install. And I will let Robert know that. I'll tell him just to install it. Don't actually turn it on. You know, we'll have Velocity turn it on when they come out to
Mm-hmm.
check stuff. All right. Let's see. No legal reports. Any announcements?
Nope.
Nothing.
Other business?
As far as I know.
Mm-mm.
Ladies and gentlemen, now time for open forum.
Open forum for community, which just to kind of reiterate, I'm gonna probably reiterate this a few times as we're doing these live streams. Open forum for community is for for community members who are physically
room.
present. Because by the state laws coming out, we don't have to read the
Live
comments
stream
because I don't know if you're a real person or a bot.
Or even a member of the community.
Right. Well, even if they're not a member of the community, they
Yeah.
can still come speak.
Yeah, that's true.
Which means I probably should reword that as just open forum rather than
Yeah.
open forum for community.
Yeah.
Because we service multiple communities with our parks.
We do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Um,
If you live in Hobart Township or Portage,
yeah.
Yeah.
or, you know,
Comments from board members.
Nothing. Try to get refocused on the banner program soon.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to add on.
Oh, I did
Yes.
bring that I need to take that contract to
yeah.
Tammy.
I think we should have a conversation about how we're going to advertise that and how to reach out to more people in the community, businesses and everything to sell
Mhm.
more banners. It,
You had a great idea.
the Strack and Van Til is loose. It needs attention.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I need to go put in.
Are you using zip ties? Because
Mhm.
they don't seem to hold very well over there, or somebody's cutting them.
I'll take a look at it and see.
What was my idea?
Your idea is that, and before we put up change the marquee sign
Mm.
for Halloween, we should put up banners, banner program. But we were wondering if there is a way to get an online landing spot to
Yep.
look at that.
Yeah, buy a
Open.
banner. Buy a banner. Go to www. whatever.
Yep. I can add it to the town website.
And if we can put that on the website, that would be great. The thing that would be an issue there is how do people pay for it? So,
Well, they'd have to go to town hall.
yeah, go to town
So
hall,
it's just like
write us
anything
a
else.
check.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, and I think it's going to involve a little more. I don't think town hall's going to handle it so much, other than they can handle the money. But I think it's going to be one of us or me or whatever giving them a contract, going over the contract, making sure they understand what it is,
Mhm.
and then making sure whatever slot they picked,
Yeah.
we're going to get there.
And then telling them remit payment too, by mail or in person at
Mhm.
120 or,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or
Mhm.
deliver
Chicago
a check
Town.
to me and I will take it there or whatever.
or
Yeah.
if you have a check you want me to come pick up,
Come
I'm
pick
willing
it
to
up.
go pick up a check.
Right.
Exactly.
So,
But yeah, I forgot. I noticed the other day that Strack one is loose. I need to go zip it.
And I can actually add the contract to that page.
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah, if it's a fillable PDF, well, yeah, you could, can we do a fillable PDF on there?
Um,
And then they can just send it right back to,
The contract is huge.
yeah,
It's ungainly.
I can try to, because
and we need you to get, because if Tony handles this and he doesn't have a park email address yet, but we'll create one, like,
Mhm.
We do
the Banner King.
Banners at NWA.
yeah, park banners or
I'm
something.
the art czar, so
Give me a
Mhm.
way
he gets to
check
be the
that.
Banner King.
Technically, we all have
Park email address.
park email addresses.
Well, I have
Because
one.
I made specific like Park Board 1, Park Board 2, Park Board 3, Park Board 4
Oh.
years ago.
Oh,
It's just when I first took over doing the website and the email and everything for the town. But there was when I first brought it up, this was before you were even on the board, I think.
gotcha.
It was just kind of we're not that interested. So, and it's one of those things that I just kind of forgot about until recently when I was going in and taking out a bunch of the officers that had left and saw that, I made a bunch of ones for the parks. Your police commission actually has email addresses if you guys want them.
That look of
entire-
disdain.
Sorry, the last 2 days have been police stuff.
Ah.
the entire council has email
Mhm.
addresses. So
Well, if you just want me to use one of the existing
I can,
Park Board
well,
1, 2, 3, and 4s, or if you want to make a banners.
I think I'll just make a banners one.
Yeah,
then
then
I'll-
it's really clear and specific and nobody has to remember what number it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
How's migration from the Facebook group to the page
I think
going?
we're up to like almost 70 people now. that have
Okay,
liked the
yeah, we
page.
had like 200, 300 people, didn't we?
It depends on if people are seeing the posts.
I guess, yeah.
It's
They're
the
an
Facebook algorithm. And if we
Yeah.
lose people, we lose people. That's why it's nice because when we post stuff to that page, it'll give us the option to automatically post to 3 other groups. So we can automatically kind of share it to
Mhm.
Good.
the New Chicago
Mhm.
chats and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Um,
that's nice.
so that part's nice.
Yeah, I was trying to go back into the group and trying to figure out how to pin your post, but I can't do it. It won't let me pin your post, even though
I
I'm an
pinned it.
admin. It doesn't show up at the top.
Oh.
Of the
I'll
group
look at it again.
page.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll look at it again. So I
And
thought
so,
I got
yeah,
it.
I was trying to figure out how to
I was
bump it
trying to
up.
do it the other day and I thought I got it to do it, but maybe
Because you
not.
can't, for all the other posts, we've got a couple people that have
Right.
taken over the page. So,
Right, and that's the
yeah.
other reason why I want to switch to this other
Right.
way
Yeah.
of doing it.
and I've also noticed that an awful lot of people that have been joining that page don't exist.
Right.
We're getting bots.
Yeah.
They have fake pages with the same picture repeated over and over and over again on different dates, or they, don't live anywhere.
Yeah. Well,
And-
that's why I have it set to where they have to be approved to post anything.
Yeah.
And if they request approval, like, because you can request approval when you first join. Well, if you request the approval when there's no post for me to look at, you're not getting approved.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's how
So-
I feel about it too. And I noticed that was set. I did limit somebody the other day, but it was only a 48-hour or whatever limit.
Yeah.
Just to slow it down because it was just an onslaught.
Yeah.
So, but no, March 1st, we won't have to worry about that anymore.
Why?
So,
Oh, the other one's dead?
yep.
Yep.
Yeah, Blessing, it's not ours really. Blessing Box, whoever that is.
Kim, I think. But
Oh,
I think
was
since
Kim?
I think she had access to the blessing box. I'm not entirely sure. If nothing else, we just put a post on there that, this page is no longer used, and we revoke everybody's pre-approval for being able to post.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That way, nothing else gets put in.
Okay.
So,
Down comments and
yep.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh.
We have more things.
Oh.
Okay.
The other thing I was going to recommend with the banner program,
Yes, sir.
and I can try and do this week, is going along River Forest fence and getting pictures of each of those banners.
Yeah.
I think I have that.
I think
And I
we
can forward it
did that
to
one
you?
day.
Okay.
I went through and did that one. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
Yeah.
Let me find those. Okay. hang on. Forward. River Forest banners to Joe. I will work on that tomorrow.
All right.
I have some other things for banner. Do we have enough money in the budget to buy a banner from our local banner printing company
Mhm.
that says, buy a banner and support the park,
Oh yeah.
which
Definitely.
should be $60.
Yeah.
So if I work up the graphics for that, which I will send out for approval, then I might be able to send it over and have the nice white
Yeah, have-
lady
Yeah. Have Dee print it. And just have her build a town.
invoices to the town.
Yep.
You can come over and chat with her. if you
Well,
want.
yeah, but this is on the public record there.
You're right. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah. I don't know if my personality is going to work well with that. Okay.
I don't know.
So
I've
we
seen the
can,
council
so we can
meetings.
do, we're going to get banner info on the insight.
Might talk
You're going
about
to set
that
the
a
banner
bit.
email.
Mhm.
We can make a banner, banner.
Buy a banner.
Banner. And it seems I just started researching this because I forgot about it and just remembered it. Can we get a park phone number? Because Google, what was it called? I remembered it from years ago. Google Voice.
Mhm.
You can get an internet phone number that I don't know if you necessarily have to answer, but it will send you notifications and messages that it takes, whatever.
Is it free?
I don't know. I need to look
So
it up.
I know Google Voice used to be free. I don't know if it still is.
I didn't even know it was still a thing. See, it's right there's the app.
Yeah, it's something we can look into. I don't think you can have the same number across multiple devices. So whoever has the number is going to be the one getting all the notifications.
It is still around. It is free for personal use. There are some charges for certain calls. It's not free to sign up. Making calls to most US and Canadian numbers is free. Some cost 1 cent a minute. Calls outside the US and Canada vary. Business requires a paid Google Workspace plan and paid Google Voice business plan.
Okay.
Organizations are billed for the number of voice users they had per day during the previous month. How do you get a bill the first?
Well, okay, but that's if you're doing the pay.
Yeah, well, that
Yeah.
we'd be a business.
Yeah, we'd have to fall under the business.
Well, we
Yeah.
can start off with it for free and see if it worked.
You can, so you can use it on Android, the web and iPhone.
Mhm.
Port your
Wow.
existing number to Google Voice. Forward calls to other numbers while keeping your Google Voice number as your primary. You can manage your calls on multiple devices. So that's the AI version of Google Voice.
So maybe I'll check it. I'll check and see what those costs are, and we can discuss it.
Google Workspace, I want to say, is around 10 to 15 bucks a month for one
Mhm.
user.
Okay, let me see what's going on.
And if we were to do it and all four of us be on it,
Mhm.
we'd be looking about 40 to 60 bucks a month.
If it's a business plan, it might be just done, because it separates those three out. So there might be just a set fee for business plan for multiple phones.
We'll have to look it up.
Yeah, we'll have to. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. If it's separate, yeah, we'll just have to look it up.
Yeah, because it would be nice sometimes. I don't want to put down the town number because
Yeah,
I'm not there.
Right.
And
And then they
I'm
gotta
putting
give you-
my number on all
Right.
this stuff,
I don't
you
want
know?
them calling my
Yeah.
personal
And
phone
yeah.
sometimes.
I don't know where that goes then.
Right.
Like, oh, I did submit the Community app.
Mhm.
So that they need to revise that application.
Mhm.
I couldn't. I tried to add images
Mhm.
to the document, but I think it's set at a certain number of pages. So if I put an image in it, then erased everything. I
Oh,
had to start
Jesus.
all over. So I then, I put in pictures, the map you sent,
Mhm.
the planning map that he created, where we would plant the trees.
Mhm.
And, I didn't have a planning map for the parkway, but, it shows that
Yeah.
it's like 100 feet. So
Yeah,
we can get 5 trees in there, no problem. And, yeah, so we'll see. They got it. It's been received, but I spent all day yesterday on that silly thing.
Okay.
Hopefully, it seemed like a lot of work for 20 free trees, 25 free trees.
Mhm.
thank you for doing that.
It's not a problem. Maybe it was a problem, but I mean,
It was
if we get the
we-
trees, it'll be worth it.
We
I'm just like,
appreciate you doing
really?
all that.
you had to jump through that many hoops. Holy cow. And then plant them?
Right.
Right.
So we do have to organize how to get people over there to help us plant them.
I think our
Yeah, that's what I
student
said.
hands.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if we have lunch and learn, they can help us water. They'll love it. The kids will
Yeah.
love watering the trees. We've got baby trees. Come
No.
water them. That's what I think that's it.
All right.
That I can think of. Did you have a?
Nothing that I can think
All right. Anything, Trey?
I got nothing.
All right. I'd like the motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
of. All right.
And let me walk over here to end this.
Goodbye, you beautiful people. It's been lovely having you with us.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.